Hello and welcome back to this Kubernetes talk series. So today in this series, we will be talking about the namespaces in the Kubernetes. So what are namespaces? Let's discuss. Namespaces are the logical separation for different environments which enables you to separate and manage your resources based on their purpose and ownership. When you create a new resource in a namespace, the resource is only visible and accessible within that namespace. For example, if you create a pod in the production namespace, it can only be accessed and modified within the production namespace. So there are some key features for Kubernetes namespaces, which are isolation. Namespaces provide a way to isolate resources so that different teams or projects can work independently of each other. Access control. Namespaces can be used to define access control policies and restrict access to specific resources. You can also set resource quota for each namespaces, which ensures that a namespace doesn't consume all the resources of the cluster. So there are predefined namespaces which are already there in the Kubernetes. Let's see those. So these are the predefined namespaces. First is default namespace. So when no namespace is specified, this namespace is used for most of the objects and resources that are created in the cluster, such as deployment services and pods. So whenever you create any resources, and if you don't specify any namespaces, that will automatically created under the default namespace. Second is kube system. This namespace is used for objects and resources that are created by the Kubernetes system itself, such as kube DNS service, etcd pod, control manager pod, or scheduler pod. These resources are essential for the proper functioning of the cluster. Next, we have the kube public. This namespace is created automatically and it is readably by all users. It is used to store public information such as the cluster public key. So that's it for this video. In the next videos, we will be discussing how to create a namespace and how to create a multi-container pod in under those namespace. Thank you.